Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M12. It's a Tier 7 American SPG. It's located on the north spawn of mines and it's under the command of FendaBenda. Now it's a 155mm gun, capable of 700 alpha, reload time about 27 seconds, but you can drop that with a rammer or a good crew and probably get it down to about 24 seconds or thereabouts. But it's a very effective arty, and they were known as the door knockers, mainly because they used to knock down bunkers. There's many shots of these being used during World War II to knock down emplacements or even direct fire onto buildings. That is, they'd line the arty up, point the gun directly at a building they wanted to destroy and fire and flatten it. Round out. Oh, beautiful direct hit right on the side of that Progetto. 254 hit points and he's picked up loads of stun assist. So great first shot there. He did the right thing to stay where he was. Not to drive off to a firing position because he got that first shot in on that Progetto just as he was going into the castle grounds. The enemy does have the castle, but how long they will keep it, I do not know. And now he's moved over to Nigel's spot in C1. Now this is a spot made famous by What Arty Noobs. The members use it, they love it. It's really good for firing onto the sides of enemy tanks who try to come up the hill. Now you can see he's going to hit the sides of some of those vehicles, and he's just hit that pattern. The M46 took a round. He's picked up 106 hit points of damage from that one. Now, from this position, he can actually fire on other spots as well. He's got a clean shot at the enemy cap area, and by just moving out just a little, he can shoot to the south and hit some of the enemy tanks on the South Island. Now, there was a tank seen down there, a P-44 Pantera, and he was just seen at that little lookout there. Oh, there's an STA-1. Round out. Direct hit! 294 hit points, and you can see this spot is very popular. We've got two M12s using it. I'm certainly not surprised. I've actually had a teammate, a member of What Arty Noobs, who's told me that he actually went to a Nigel spot once. There were 3 tanks queuing up to use the spot to hit the enemy. It is that effective. And in fact, actually, it was so effective that Wargaming actually tried to nerf it by changing the heights of the mountains on the opposite side of the lake to prevent us shooting at enemy tanks that were moving up the hill. Going for that STA-1. Can't get a shot on him for the moment, but we've decided instead there's a T-10 and a T-44 poking around the corner, and that T-71. Now we're going to go for the M46 pattern. We fire around at him. It goes long, but the other M12 does hit the target. And so we do get, I think, so we did get some damage. We didn't pick up any stun assist off that one though. But we could probably badly damage that T-44. We're almost reloaded, lining up a shot. It's going to be a blind shot, I think. Or is it? No, he's going to go for the, and he's splashed him there. And we're changing position. We don't want the enemy arty to work out where we are. You don't really want 2 arties close together normally, because if they do, it's much easier to spot 2 tracers than it is 1. But I think the enemy is probably at this moment wondering why they're not seeing tracers come out in the usual spots, and because they're not looking in the right places. Right, can we get shots on that Progetto? No. T-44, well, we might be able to get shots on him if he comes around that corner. Is he going to try? I think he might. The Lerva's moving up to try and get a shot. The M46 just took a round. He's pulling back. I think that T-44 is probably going to want to come around the corner. Yes, he did. There he is. Type 59's moved up. T-44's moved up. We fired at the pattern and we got the kill. 218 hit points. But unfortunately, this ST-1 is now too close for comfort, and we're backing away. Now, the M12 is actually built on the hull of the M3. The M3 was plentiful available at the time. They didn't have many M4s, so they couldn't use the M4 hull for it. But the M3 had plenty of those hulls, so it was very easy to use some of those to put the Arty on. And the Arty design, the gun is a French design, a very effective design, very accurate. And so what they did is they took those two chassis, married it with the gun, and they built 100 of these Artys. 60 of them were built in the first year, in 1942, and another 40 were built in 1943. So it did see service throughout the war. Fires around. Oh, and he hit the rock instead of hitting the target. It was lined up on the target. There wasn't a red line, but just as he fired, the shell hit the rock. Oh, we just lost the Tiger 1. Now, can we get a hit on that object 257? Probably. We're a bit too close, I think, for the shell to arc over that rock. We're trying to find a solution that works. Oh, we've backed up a bit. Now we can get a hit. Round out. And there's another kill shot. Only 22 hit points, but it is a kill. And that's 2 kills now for FendaBenda. Now, a lot of these enemies have very, very low hit points. He can probably take out that T10 if he can put a round near him. Now, that STA is still on the south side of the island. As far as we're aware, we've now gone to counter battery to look for the enemy Arty. We can see Tracer coming from that area. It's sometimes useful to go to the overhead view. It's much easier to see the Tracer when you're in overhead. And also helps sometimes if you press the V button, it takes off all visuals. So just press V and it looks like that. And then the Tracer becomes a lot more visible. Waiting for any sign. Right, well, we've decided we need to hit some enemy. And there's the STA-1 making his way across. And there's a P-44 Pantera coming in the opposite direction, lining up a shot. Oh, we splashed him. We splashed him for 132. And we picked up loads of stun assist off that. And the Pantera's been killed. That's a useful kill. Now, can we get this T10? And we've also got the STA-1. Now we're backing into the water. Don't worry about the water symbol. Now, can we get the shots to kill that T10? Round out. Yes! 34 hit points. It's another kill. 3 kills now for FendaBenda. Unfortunately, there's nobody he can platoon with at the moment because nobody else has got 3 kills. And there's an enemy we would like to hit, but we can't at the moment because the rocks are in the way. The Lurver's in cover of those rocks. The STA is hiding around the corner. But there's a KV-122 and we can hit him. Lining up a shot. Dialing in. Go for it. Line it perfectly. It is perfect. A direct hit for 272. Stunned him. Now we've got to wait for the reload to go through. And we can hit him again. The KV-122 has been hit. Was stunned, so we've picked up some more stun assist. There's the Tortoise. If he comes around that corner, we can get a shot at him. FendaBenda's moving up, changing position just slightly. I wonder if he's going to try and go further south, get onto the South Island so he can hit the Tortoise whenever he moves at all around the back of that hill. I've done that myself. The Tortoise is now in full view. He's tempted to turn and shoot, but I think he needs to get further south. Okay, he's going further west to actually get over the top of the hill. And you can now shoot that Tortoise. Mark the target. Let your teammate know you're going for it. Dialed in. Round out. Oh, it hits the rock face. But he can hit that KV-122. He's waiting for the reload to go through. The Tortoise can't hit our Type 59 because he's moved. But the Type 59 can now see the enemy. Now, Tortoise, can we get a shot? We've got half a reticule, so we should be able to get this one on target. Round out. Direct hit. This time round, it did work. 133. You can see a hole right through the side of the casement. Yeah, there's definitely a hole in there. That HE round certainly hurt him. The Type 59 is being hit. And we're picking up stun assists. Now, can we get another round in there? Let's go for it. Can we get a kill shot? Rounds out. Oh! No! It hit the wreck just after he'd been killed. You heard the twang as the round went in. Unfortunately, there's no kill there for us, but there are only 2 enemy tanks left. The Lerva and that KV-122. So Oppenheimer's choosing his position now to try and get the best angle on the enemy. Remember, heavy tanks have got less view range than mediums and lights, and so it doesn't matter if we're in an exposed position, because as long as we're outside their view range, they can't do much about it. Oh, KV-122's gone down. There's the Lerva. Can we get a shot? Probably just around the corner. It's a difficult shot. Rounds out. It stunned him. That's good. And we're picking up stun assist, so it helped the Type 59. We've picked up masses of stun assist. FendaBenda's moving to a new firing position. He wants to get a better angle on the Lerva. Never mind the surf. We can get the surfboards out later. Okay, now he can hit the Lerva. This time he can go for a lovely hit, get maximum hit points on him. He's marked the target, tells his teammates, I am going for that target. He's dialing in. This is going to be a perfect shot. Rounds out, direct hit. And he only picks up, according to this, 60 hit points of damage, but somebody else hit him at exactly the same moment. And he's picked up all the rest in stun assist, and that is game. And he had a request for platoon with the Lerva, but it didn't go through in time. They both had 3 kills. They could have had a brothers in arms. But let's have a look at the end of battle stats for FendaBenda. It's an ace tanker for FendaBenda in the M12. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13, and he got a Confederate medal. He hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, despite the fact that he actually got 3 kills. And his win rate for that battle was 2,329, which is deceptively low, really, considering the amount of damage he did. But he didn't pick up a huge amount of hit points, but he did hit a lot of the enemy and persuaded them that, yeah, it was going to be more difficult to fight this game whilst you were constantly stunned. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, there you go. He's not at the top of the table. He's actually a little way down the table in 5th place on his own team. 1,540 hit points of damage. The high scorer was the T10 on the enemy team. He got the high caliber 4,349. The Lerva managed 4,003 and the P44 Pantera 4,002. When it came to kills, though, he was at the top of the table with the Lerva and the SU-14-1 on the enemy team, who all got 3 kills. And then the next high scorers were only 2 kills apiece, and there was 4 of them. When it came to base XP, though, he was in 3rd place. The Lerva managed 1591. That's probably an ace tanker. The P44 Pantera 1390. I'm pretty sure that is an ace tanker. And of course, we know that FendaBenda definitely got an ace tanker with 1296. So let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 17 rounds during that game. He got 7 direct hits, 0 penetrations. So that hole in the side of the tortoise was deceptive, actually. It did look like he penned it, though. Splash damage of 13. Damage of 1,540 hit points, and all of it was at more than 300 meters. He damaged 10 of the enemy, so there was only 5 enemy that he didn't touch. And he hit 2/3 of the enemy team and killed 1/5 of the enemy team, 3 tanks. He did stun assistance of 3,401 hit points off 10 stuns. On a premium count, he actually earned, and this is where the figures are wrong, 39,161 credits, and after ammunition resupply took away 20,121 credits. Well, actually these figures are wrong because there was an error in 1.41, which meant that they weren't showing the correct figures for credits or for XP. He did pick up 1 bond for getting the Confederate, and he also earned 1,296 XP, and there was no multipliers, so that's all he took away. In fact, actually it's 1.5 times that figure, because after all he did have a premium account. So if you enjoyed that replay and you liked it, please give the video a like and do subscribe to our channel. We get great replays like this all the time. And thank you for watching this one.